When Ben and I were just freshman kids, I never imagined I'd have to protect Maya from someone I'd known since college. 3 years ago, I had to step into that role, and it flipped everything I thought I knew about love and loyalty. I was a quiet sophomore at State University, the kind of kid who lingered in the back of the lecture hall, notebook open, eyes following the professor's every slide. Ben, on the other hand, was the life of every group, the guy who could turn a dull essay into a masterpiece and then become your partner in crime the next minute. We were inseparable, like twins keeping each other's secrets. When I decided to go to grad school, Ben was the first person I told. He moved into the same dorm with me when I got that scholarship, and we split the tiny room with a shared fridge that always smelled like pizza and stale coffee. Then Maya walked into my life in winter quarter. We bonded over indie music and late-night pizza, trading playlists on iTunes and arguing over which band had the best lyricism. By spring, we were a couple living together, dreaming of a future. We'd survived a gap year, a failed internship, and a breakup that only made us stronger. When I asked Maya to marry me, she said yes. Ben was there, holding my hand, whispering, "You two are perfect." I was overjoyed, and his laugh still echoes in my ears. 2 months before the wedding, I wanted to surprise Maya with dinner. I left work early, walked to her apartment with a bottle of wine, heart racing. The street was slick with rain, neon signs flickering in puddles. When I reached the building, I saw Maya's car in the driveway. No problem. Then I saw Ben's older sedan parked next to it. My stomach dropped. I called Maya to meet me at the front entrance for a quick talk. Inside, a low hum came from the upstairs living room. Voices were close enough to feel warmth. An unfamiliar perfume drifted in. I paused at the threshold, heart pounding, and opened the bedroom door. In dim light, Ben was on the couch, Maya on the bed, laughing. Maya's face glowed in a way that tightened my chest. Ben looked at me, eyes wide, then whispered, "Alex, it's not what it looks like." I laughed, a knife in my throat. "Oh, for a second I thought you two were having a secret party." I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I ran down the hallway, a storm of confusion swirling in my mind. That night I drove to my mom's. She opened the door, hugged me, no questions, just a warm embrace. The next week was a blur. I sold the apartment, quit my job, blocked Ben and Maya's numbers, and headed 2 states away. I worked 80 hours a week at a coffee shop, trying to keep my mind off the betrayal. I deleted Facebook and Instagram, wanted to disappear and start fresh. I packed my bag, drove through the dark, cried in the silence. The rain hit my windows. I had no friends left, no one to help. I took a break from dating. One evening I slipped into a bar that had a sign for the Newcomers Club. I was there to escape the night. A guy across the bar, bored, wore a sweater with a fern and started a conversation about my coffee order. We talked about the weather, our jobs, nothing dramatic. He was a local painter named Milo. He had a gentle smile and a quiet sense of humor. We didn't talk about my past. He said, "People who betray you show you exactly who they are. The question is, do you listen?" I laughed, not because it was funny but because it struck a chord. We began to talk more often, then we started living together. A year later we had a daughter, a constant bright light in our lives. We bought a new house, made new friends who had no history with us. Our world was built on ordinary moments, no drama, no tears. We had a small wedding after the pandemic, a simple ceremony, a tiny ring, and a balance of 2 lives that brought peace. In hindsight, the betrayal taught me resilience. The past can't be erased, but we can choose whether it defines us. If you harbor the memory of betrayal, you stay stuck. If you let go, you move forward. Love is not blind, it's a decision. Respect yourself, trust your instincts, and never let anyone else's betrayal make you question yourself longer than the truth.